Can we get to like the bridge or something? Because we're not here for the instrumental. We're gonna get clocked for like no reason at all.
So, are you happy now? Oh wait, it's more instrumental.
Oh,
And more.
stop it.
This is the
God,
longest
these
song ever. Listen,
80s songs were like 15 minutes.
sorry.
No, I actually really enjoyed that about it. It was like a whole rock opera. But
This
anyway,
song
And then
is
it never
so
seemed
loud.
to end. It never seemed to end. If you listen carefully towards the end, they're just singing and going on and on. It just gets phased out. The song never comes to a conclusion. But anyway, good night, good day, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's night where I am. It's afternoon where Andreen is. But welcome to another exciting episode of the Reels Tennis Fans. We're putting out 2 episodes in a week, ladies. What's going on?
We must be really bored.
We could just be doing things like taking a good faith effort, but okay, I'll take that excuse.
Okay, great.
So far we have Zenobia, we have Pablo, we have Deb. Hello, Deb. We have Dima. Oh, Deb, I've been a bad boy. I won't say it out loud. But before I go any further, let me introduce my co-host. This is with the most. This is ladies. We have Andreen from Solely Tennis Travel. How are you doing?
I'm good. I think. I must report that I think I had some frozen cocktail, and there was a lot of tequila in it. I didn't realize that.
Today?
So, just now, like a half an hour ago.
This should be good.
And I was thinking, this is crazy that I'm drinking and you're not. But it could be that I am drinking and you're drunk. That's what it is, really.
Well, it was just so weird. I just sat down and I was like, I feel a little tipsy, I think. Well, we'll see how this goes.
Hello, Chris. Trying to see my man on Twitter. But
hey, who's that? I don't know how to say this person's name. Alpha? Afua? Hi.
Afua.
Could you put a phonetic translation in the comment box for Janina?
Yes, please. I'm horrible at this stuff.
Very horrible.
Struggles with names. I don't know. It's very weird.
Dima clearly doesn't like the Harry Potter podcast. She's asking if this is tennis or Harry Potter. I say tennis. She goes, oh, good. Want to make sure I'm in the right place. Like this bitch. I mean, you've been MIA for so long, and you want to come in here and try to drag us?
You know what, Dima?
I love you.
Crucial, Dima. Crucial, okay? We get into you.
Here goes Pablo. Afua.
It's a beautiful name.
Oh, look who showed up. Oh. Where's Jasmine? Get the girl.
Oh, wow.
Jasmine is a huge diva. I love her.
Oh, you know what? Proof positive.
No, Jasmine's not here. Where is she? Somebody get her.
Okay.
Proof positive that the pandemic has completely screwed up with our social lives. You all should be out partying on a Saturday night.
I'm getting excited to see people in a chat room.
I know.
This is pathetic. And in Far in Ohio, we have Janina. How are you, girl?
Hello. I'm sitting outside. It's a nice fall night, and
are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Oktoberfest.
Is that like some pumpkin spice beer or something? Or like leaves floating around?
October.
Is that's a month though? It's not a
Leinenkugel.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Listen, all the breweries put out Oktoberfest beers. It's what they do. It is not for in Ohio. It's everywhere. See, Dima knows, and she is not in Ohio. Dima, it's Leinenkugels.
Delightful.
She says it's good. See? Moving on. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We do love all the, live chats. Chris is having Santa Margarita.
Oh. Well, I am having, this is real, I'm having rum sent to me in the mail by a special someone who would remain nameless because I don't know this government. They might be sending out, little debt squads to pick us up, but I received alcohol in the mail. And this was before USPS was broken. This was before it was broken. And this man, okay. And I have a splash of ginger ale and some orange mango juice. I mean, there is ice in it, which is upsetting, but I forgot I had to prepare out adult beverages too late. So yes, actually, Pablo, this is rum from Jamaica. So
Oh, I know who. Oh, okay.
Oh, Tony's here. That's interesting. Maya.
Tony said he would be late. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, yeah. I want all the deets.
Hey,
I want to know if he's
don't
joining
you
us.
don't tell us your business
Yeah.
because you see how easily we out here putting your business out in the streets, right? I'm telling you, Janine is the worst. I'm just saying. Good evening, Maya. So, welcome to. Wait a minute, ladies. This is the French Open draw, and it's September. Hell, I mean,
Welcome to hell.
I thought we were done with majors.
We
I mean,
normally are.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
Stephanie
ago.
US is with us. Hello,
Oh.
Stephanie. She doesn't
I
like
wonder.
that.
I wonder if Wimbledon might decide. You know what? Fuck it. Let's have it in
They should do the winter.
instead of year-ending championships. Let's have
Send it in the
Wimbledon.
winter would be great. I love it. Oh, bless. I like it though. It's
You like
almost-
what?
I mean, it just seems like it never ends. I will tell you. So, just as an aside, I finally went through my inbox and I was reading through the U.S. Open sent fans a survey. They've got exciting plans for us at the U.S. Open.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. Yes. They asked us to fill out a survey of all the potential things that they could bring to the U.S. Open. Alert, alert. Do you know what they'll be bringing? More gated community stuff. More like exclusive,
high
like,
dollar.
yeah, like high dollar events. Would you like to have a concierge to walk you through the grounds, madame?
Seriously? The hell's
never
that
get-
cost?
I know, but you know what? Surprisingly, the price points were not bad. I was a little bit shocked. So they are going to try to
double it
create
when the day comes, right? Let me proceed. If there was
I know.
$20,
Well,
now,
well, come on. I mean, you got to tell us what that price point was.
I mean, the most expensive thing per day, I would assume, was something like I'd say $1,500 for like
For one day of tennis?
a whole day of tickets, food at your leisure, being escorted to different places. That's not for you. But if you think
$1,500 get me into a box, I'm on the court calling the match.
well, I'll just be very clear that seats are pretty pricey at the U.S. Open in general. So I think some of them were like you could have like a loge package, which is just they're gonna sort of create some sort of covered space at the loge. I mean, it's really interesting. I was like, wow, they're just gonna go all out. I think they're running the lesson from Cincy.
Yeah, Cincinnati just did that, and Pablo wants us to know that when he goes to the U.S. Open, his detail always scouts in front of him.
I know, $1,500. I agree, Pablo.
Y'all are bougie.
Very cheap. It seemed very cheap for what usually.
I guess in comparison to what tickets
I'm
prices
sorry.
cost, but come on, that's one day.
Stop. Listen, let us not be capitalists here. $1,500 is a lot of money to spend one day at one event to be out in the hot sun. I'm sorry. If I'm spending $1,500 at the US Open, I'm getting either seat or I'm in a box.
No, that's the whole
Daniel.
point. Well, that's the whole point of it. Is the whole thing is they want to create a whole experience for you. So it's like exclusive access to a space where you can get all the food that you want, drinks you want, and an assigned seat. And
no,
I know. I know. It's weird.
Listen, I want.
Remember when you
around.
tried that on Dream? I mean, you didn't spend that kind of money, but you paid for a meal and you never got it.
That's right.
It was a bad experience.
So, I mean, imagine me and I spent $1,500 and they tell me I can't get any more hors d'oeuvres.
I will tell you though, I did give them a very negative review. They were like, "Have you ever had an experience like? Have you ever had one of these hospitality experiences?" I was like, "Yes." Would you recommend it? Absolutely not.
Yeah, $1,500 is a lot of money, and I think I could take that money and go to a smaller tournament and probably be closer to players.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's just watch out. The U.S. Open is gonna be all new and different next year, y'all.
I want carted around in this pimped out golf cart with Federer.
Girl, there is no room.
side.
There's no room for that. I mean, like,
Listen,
are you
exactly. but I'm telling you, this is what I want.
Wait, I have to tell you, they're also doing this thing, or one of the questions they asked, I'm just blowing up their spot, but one of the questions they asked was, did you want exclusive access to players practicing. I was like, this used to be free. What?
Oh,
What kind of exclusive?
wow. All right, I'm going to announce my retirement from tennis now.
Zenobia says $1,500 could take you to Ghana, two-way direct flight to Ghana. I'm assuming from England or from the United States.
Yeah, our
practically
passport's not
$1,500 could take you anywhere in the world.
Well,
Really.
Zenobia, our passport's not accepted, or a U.S. passport's not accepted. So I don't know what you're talking about.
No passports are good here anymore.
$1,500 is just a bribe. It's just a bribe before.
Anyway, so let's get into this. Let's get into this.
So yes, why are we actually here? Oh boy, Roland Garros French Open in September. Y'all, what is this mess?
And the end of September too.
It is the end. I kind of didn't. You know what? I will be honest though. I'll tell you, I didn't really think about all of the practicalities of them pushing this tournament to September. And now that I'm looking at the players in their winter gear and the rain, now the whole thing has struck me as very strange.
They ain't got no roofs. You know, this is going to go into like October. I figure it'll finally finish up about October 20 or so once they deal with the weather.
And this is the French. They have notoriously long matches anyway. The matches are typically longer, hence why they start on a Sunday and not a Monday.
The matches are going to be longer. It's going to get dark earlier. You know that, right? Okay, it's going to get dark earlier. So we're going to have less play time.
Well, and I think they've also agreed that they're not going to go too late. So the other thing I think we also have to think about too
they're going to put a clock on the thing and say, stop, you got to go home and play tomorrow? Or is that what they're going to do?
Well, I mean, I think, they usually have a thing where you have to stop when it gets dark. They're not transitioning under the lights.
Are they going to start play earlier, maybe?
I hope. I haven't seen the schedule yet.
I mean, they've got to adjust for this time. So do we have anybody here that's in Paris with us tonight? Because I know here in the States, time changes. We change our clocks real soon, I think. Which means it's going to get dark early. Do they?
Well, I thought there was like a sequence of events that I think has also made it very strange. So I've been paying attention to, we've all been catching up on the news. So they've changed the balls. It's going to be cold. The balls apparently are very heavy. They're Wilson balls when they used to be Babolat balls. And so now it means like there's so many other variables that I'm super curious about how this whole thing plays out in terms of just who feels like this is the best condition for everyone. It's just a strange mix. I don't know. I'm looking at these head-to-heads and maybe that doesn't mean anything.
All matches start at 11 o'clock. They don't have special time, but all matches start at 11 o'clock.
Okay. That's reasonable.
They need to start at 10.
Even on the show coach.
9.
Tennis players don't know what it is to be playing a match at 9 o'clock. I don't think so. They know the practice.
I'm sure they do. They can make it work.
Listen, let's be honest. Who's rolling out of bed and getting up there so you could play a tennis match at 9? That's a little too early for everyone.
They get up and they practice that early.
Yeah, but you got to get yourself in the rhythm for it. So, wait. Before we go any further, even though she doesn't celebrate it, it's Serena's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! Jehovah bless you.
She's Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witnesses do not celebrate anything, including their birthday.
All right, girl. Okay.
Yep.
Keep telling us that, Serena, but it's cute.
She is the best looking 39-year-old I've seen in a long time. Good for her.
How dare you? How dare you? Oh, that ain't true.
Are you 39, Reels?
We won't say that, but I'm just saying that is not true. Serena is not the best 39-year-old you people know.
On the tour?
Definitely on the tour. She's very fit looking. I love her hair. I love how she's looking. I love the jacket that they have of her on the homepage on the French Open. She looks great. She looks fantastic.
She needs to fix those eye bushes, though. I mean, I'm just saying, girl.
Hey, those are in now. She finally, the trend finally caught up with her.
Trolls?
No, they're called boyfriend brows. They're called boyfriend brows. It's a thing.
Anyway, let's move forward. Let us move forward with the draw.
Okay.
Tell us what we're doing here, Reels.
Yeah, Reels. We have a theme.
The theme is actually fuckery. That is the theme. No, it's not the theme.
It's all fuckery. Sure it
is. I mean, I can't believe y'all out here trying to tell me Serena Bush is a thing. But okay, moving on, as John Drew says. All right.
Someone sent Reels a picture of boy brows.
No, actually, we don't have to.
No.
My sister does them all the time. It's actually
And they look like Serena's. I'm sure they look cuter than Serena.
Yes, they do. They look fantastic.
Okay,
Move
thank
on.
you. Thank you. So it's not that. I knew it couldn't be that. So we're doing a fall theme, which means anything and everything related to the fall, which technically, according to Google, it is from September 21st to December 21st. So we could do anything, anyone. I mean, because hey, it's COVID-19 tennis and any and everything can happen. Dominic Thiem is a US Open winner.
Oh, I already forgot that.
Why did I read someone? Why did I read someone, whoever that person is? I'm giving them clever points because I read that someone had to Google who won the US Open, and I've done that so many times where a tournament's just finished, you're all upset and in your feelings, and then a week later you're like, who won that tournament?
Can you believe that like it was just a couple of weeks ago? And we already forgot.
And now it looks like the US Open was heads above the rest. So can we wait before we get into the draw though? Can we just establish that I have no idea what the French people are doing? What are they going to do?
I don't think
the French people have no idea.
Here's the thing, Andre. You just like everybody else at the French Open, they don't know what they're doing either. So
okay, so let's have like a moment of silence for Verdasco, who.
Yeah, I won't be disrespecting Nando like that. No, I drag Nando on Twitter, but Nando deserves better. I'm like, Nando, for fuck's sakes, Nando. You got your life. I mean, like, you're doing okay. Clearly, you're molding off. So, you're not dying or whatever the case may be. But you've tested positive for COVID. We can't throw you back in the lot and be like, whatever.
Because he was expecting the Benoit Paire treatment. Like Benoit Paire tested positive and still played.
I mean, some people should play.
No, he did. In Germany, not in the US.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't know what we're not talking about provincial tournaments now here.
No, I know, but I actually have to say I'm a little bit worried about Nando because I was thinking to myself, Nando, I think didn't he announce that they're having their second baby? So I was like, I would just be concerned about being at home and making sure you're safe and just being okay. I mean, I hate that it's happened. I hate it that's happened, but that's just the point. I mean, we're doing
Girl, it's Nando. Nando ain't what? Nando's fighting to come and win the first round match. Lose in the first round. Is that what he's fighting for? For he and Feliciano go out in the second round of double? Is that what we out here caping for? I mean, come on now. It's Nando here. This ain't PCB. This ain't RGB. This ain't RGB.
Wait a minute. We live in a world where PCB gets higher points than Nando. Let me sit with that for a little bit.
I mean,
just a moment.
Okay.
I mean, y'all could call me a liar and say I'm making fair points. I respect you ladies, but I mean, it's Nando.
I know.
Nando, if this were 2010, maybe we would have listened to you, but
yeah, it's true. I mean, I feel bad for him, but I mean, there are plenty of other opportunities. I think we're still got a couple of tournaments in the season to go, but this is kind of the price you pay, right? You test positive, and we're just gonna have to see how it plays out. I'm sure lots of these things will keep going on because I read, so Nando's piece. Then I read from, I think, a Serbian player. They're staying in a hotel, but none of the people are wearing masks and none of the people are
not players.
Or not players.
It's not a player-only hotel, correct?
No.
It's not a player-only hotel. The bubble is very weak in Paris. People were not tested promptly at arrival. It's been a fucking shit show.
Well, I'm also curious about Elina Svitolina. She will be, for anyone who's doing their match today and tomorrow, they will not be able to, they won't be able to quarantine in any reasonable way before the tournament starts.
So we had that issue at the US Open as well.
And she's going to hang around with Monfils.
Listen, Monfils needs to, check himself, but we'll just see what we can do.
Ooh, are you angry with Monfils?
You know what's so funny? Can I tell you? I'm gonna make a confession. I don't follow them anymore. Ever since they did
social media, you mean?
Yeah, ever since they did that thing where they broke up and then went radio silent and then came back, I was like,
I didn't even know that happened.
Yes, for a brief spell they did some
if
sort
you
of.
want the details, ask Dima. She is all up on that. Dima,
Dima, what happened? Can you call in? Can you give us what did they call themselves? They had a name. I've already forgotten that too.
Gosh,
What is their name on Instagram?
2020 has taken all of our brain cells.
Hot mess, is that what the name is?
I agree.
Gem Life. That's what it was.
I agree, Mount Girl. They should stop calling it a bubble. It's not a bubble.
It's not a bubble.
It is some porous thing. That's what it is.
It's a sieve. That's what it is. You're in the French sieve. You might get caught, you might fall through, but hey, we're just gonna catch something. Hopefully, you don't catch corona. That's what it is. I mean,
honestly, if you want to know what's going on in Paris and how jacked up it is, I don't typically, promote another podcast on our podcast because we're not that nice. But Noah Rubin's behind the racket. He is giving he's spilling all the tea.
But you know what? This is another moment though. This is one of those moments where you think to yourself, what about the players? What about that players group that Novak
thank you. I was just about to say that. Thank you.
I mean, this is if these conditions aren't reasons to be very concerned. I mean, I know he can't worry about it right now because he's on a slam count mission, but these are not the kinds of things that people should be settling into. And the thing that's so egregious about it is Guy Forget keeps talking about the coronavirus like it's personally come to screw up the French Open.
Yeah, did I tell you that? Corona is a hot mess girl. That's what they seem to be saying. Corona is a conniving girl down the street. You know what Corona is? Corona is a bad ex-girlfriend. That's what Corona is.
No, he really seems very upset. First, they wanted 10,000 fans. Now they're down to 1,000. Let's be honest. By the end of this whole thing, they'll be down to 2.
I can't believe they're letting people in there.
It was supposed to be 20,000.
So here's the thing.
And I don't know what protocols they had in mind, because at the end of the day, players are not. I mean, no stadium has a bazillion entrances. Okay, this is not a circle where you come in at any point, right? At any degree, there are set entrances for security reasons. So even if you imagine 20,000 people spread around the grounds, 20,000 people still has to go through 1 or 2 points of access.
Yeah, it's still close.
It's too close. And now they're bringing down to 1,000. And this was all about money.
But guess what? Roland Garros is under construction. So it was already small from what I understand. So now it's even smaller because there are closed courts. Like everything is condensed. So the people are forced to be closer together anyways because there's so much construction going on site. Like it is a hot mess.
There's still construction?
This is what the French Open is known for. Bring it on for the French. Woo!
I just feel like this is going to end up being one of those super spreader events that we talk about.
Let's hope not.
But I have a question though. I mean, while the French was still, without construction, it was falling to pieces and damaging people. So they're gonna really put people in this environment.
They're gonna pack them in like
wandering around. Or they're gonna just pack them in one stadium. They can't go wherever they like to.
I have no idea. Pablo says 200 daily tickets will go up to corporate sponsors. He says 150 of those won't turn up. Well, we'll see.
Well, actually, you know what? The only thing I'm curious about too is, are they going to take advantage of what the U.S. Open did, which was to have the players have their suites? I thought that was a really nice touch.
But did they have that? Is it set up like how the U.S. Open?
I think Chartres still have that, right? So, I mean, Chartres still. I think it has the capacity to, because I know people complain about the noise from people eating food. So, or was that
true? Or smelling hamburgers. Something I remember. Oh my God, I could smell the food. Well, God forbid.
Well,
Jeff said, are they still doing fan zones? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't think they know what they're doing.
Well, Dima point out the reason why Nando got disqualified. After Nando got disqualified because he tested positive, they changed the rule that they would allow you to take 2 tests. If you're negative after the second test, you can still play.
Oh, it's a mess. I mean, what's the difference between? I don't. You listen. Let's be honest, y'all. Do not tell me that the French took the best test.
No, they're doing the stupid little tiny nasal swab test that barely goes in your nose, and I'm not buying that. I'm not.
All right, y'all. Let's all. The only advice we will give to tennis players is, if you have any doubts, stay very far away from others and just hang out in your own little hub. Serena, I'm talking to you and Venus. Hang out in your own hub. No kissing people on the cheek. And
talking about that. Did
don't
you see
hug
that
after a match?
Strasbourg got the challenges? I don't know what kind of rules they're having on the challenges, because I saw Francis played that Mozetto. That's not his name, but you know what I'm
the
talking
new
about.
Italian savior of
Yeah.
tennis.
The big
So
sweaty
he-
hug at the end.
Yeah, I mean, there was crowd. This was 2019. I couldn't tell the
He probably
difference.
feels like I already had it. I'm good. Hope you don't get it again, boo, because people are getting it twice. But hey, you do you,
But this
dumbass.
is the thing, Andre. You mentioned a fair point that these players are always. This is the thing. I get really pissed off these things, right? Stop running them out on Twitter. We can't help you, right? You people have a board, a manager. You have officials running around. And plus, I'm sure because this is COVID-19, you had to sign waivers. And these waivers had to explain exactly how the protocol was going to be. Why none of you had questions? Y'all had questions in New York, so y'all knew better going to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all end up being, I don't want to hear any complaining from you people. I just want to make sure y'all didn't infect other people.
Yeah,
Infect yourself and don't go out into the public, because that was my concern with the US Open. As soon as these people lost the match, they went out into the public.
Well, guess what? Guess
And
what?
then got on
In
a
Paris,
plane and went over across the Atlantic. And
In
I keep
Paris?
wondering why no one was quarantined.
there's no controlled transportation or anything. You can walk around and do whatever. Yeah, you can walk to site. I mean, like, it's a shit show. It is a hot fucking mess. The so-called protocols they're taking. I mean, you might as well just be chilling. You can
If
pretty
I
much
were-
do whatever you
But
want.
at least New York could get away with the idea by saying, they have a 1% infection rate, I think it is, or less than 1%, so they keep claiming. That's what they claim. Numbers are going up in Paris, in France in particular.
Yeah, they
I
are.
don't think you cannot be outside without a mask on in Paris. So I'm confused how people are showing up at the Players Hotel without a mask on.
Mhm.
Listen, if you listen to that person's, I'd have to retweet it. They said people are showing up and going into the gym and doing like exercise classes.
It's a mess. It's a shit show.
Oh, Pablo
It's
is
a
right.
COVID shit show.
Pablo mentioned Chattery. It doesn't have any corporate boxes over the court. It's behind.
They have it
the court.
behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess that's where the noise comes from. Oh, that's going to be less fun though.
Yeah, Demon, I did see that a Serbian player said when players ask about the rules, when they question the staff doesn't even know.
Listen,
This is what happened to that girl where she was let go from WTT, whatever that thing is, World Team Tennis, right?
Yeah.
Because she said she understood the rules to be one way, and when they told her afterwards, it was just like, why?
Danielle Collins, yeah, she
Danielle
said it was very confusing. Well, if it's like any other COVID measure, it's all confusing. You're making it up as you go along. Let's just consider that.
We're just trying to make sure the money rolls in, which is interesting. So I'm just gonna put this out there so people wrap their minds around this, right? It could be that the French Open might not be a thing anymore because they're still strapped cash.
That's why they're doing it this year, because we're afraid that the whole thing would come crumbling down if they didn't do it.
Well, they're walking a very precarious tightrope, and something about Guy Fauger, I don't think he can walk tightropes at all. Nothing about him. Nothing about the French tells me security under pressure.
Well, let me ask you: do you think so? If someone gets sick on the tournament, doesn't that put the tournament in jeopardy if you end up suing? Or are they not as
Someone's already talking about suing. I can't remember who it is.
But are they allowed to sue though?
They probably signed a waiver that they wouldn't do that. It's Demir Dezimher.
Damus, I think his name is.
He is threatening to sue over his COVID shit. But anyways, let's get into the draw. That is why we're here.
Yes. Oh wow.
But let me just say the French Open might not be in France anymore, just in case if this shit fails.
This is why the theme of the show is the fall of the French Open.
The fall of the French.
Nice segue, Andre. That's why we pay you the big bucks.
It is the fall of the French. They wouldn't let me do a COVID theme. I mean, I was all ready to figure out who was going to be on a respirator. But they said it was mean and nasty, but it was so fitting, right?
We're not going to be the Republican Party. We're not going to do that. We're not going to hum and king this shit. Nope, we're not.
Okay,
we're not going to do that.
Anyway, let's get through this shitty draw.
So let's talk about the men.
So I have to say, there are some cute popcorn matches in the first round, but I don't know where I'm going to be able to watch these matches. That's one issue.
The tennis channel.
I don't know. Is it Tennis Channel this time?
No, wait. We know where we can watch it because Tennis Watchers has told us where we can find all of them.
Ooh, Tennis Watchers has been doing their job. He did ask for a plug tonight, which I thought was completely just. I'm like, really? You're asking? But yes, you can find out where to watch the French Open at tenniswatchers.com, powered by Tony.
Oh, you know what? Tony, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that thing. But then again, I don't have cable. So wherever you're telling me to go watch it, I'm almost sure I can't see it. I'm always trying
It's
to get
not on
the hook up.
ESPN this time?
No, that's
No one wants the French Open, right? No one wants
it's actually going to be on no, it's actually really great. It's actually going to be on
NBC, right? And Tennis Channel.
Yeah, the Tennis Channel, which is fantastic. So
I mean, if you have it, I have it, but I'm just saying a lot of people don't.
God, people have to hear Ted Robinson. Ooh. bring on the Spanish commentator.
Hey, they got a new black guy.
I like him.
I don't know who it is. I already forgot. I just know he's there.
He used to play doubles. I forgot his name.
Gosh, we're so on top of it.
No, I've heard him. Yeah, he's lovely.
All right. So let's talk about let's talk about the draw. Let's talk about the top half Novak quarter.
So I think this section was which part of this draw was supposed to remind you of the fall? I will tell you, I despise candy corn, so this whole section is the candy corn section.
I called this the hocus pocus section because Novak pulled some magic. Because like, who's in it? Who's in it? Who's gonna stop him?
So let me just tell you how I approach the men's draw. Federer's not in it, so this is just dry old turkey to me. And I don't eat turkey. No matter if it's moist, nothing. Don't eat turkey at all. Allergic to it. So this whole draw to me is just like, meh.
This side
I don't even care who wins. I don't even care who wins. Because you see, when I was like backing for like a new winner, and then I saw that shit show that happened at the US Open.
Now you want
like, well, whatever. Just
So yeah, for this side of the draw, I mean, why couldn't somebody have given like Ymir? Is that how we pronounce his name?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh,
why give a sacrificial lamb to Nole? Come on now.
That was just mean.
I know.
Is there any shot in hell that Ymir shows up and does some damage? I mean, does Novak have like some residual leftover anger from the US Open?
You see, you ladies don't. You see how we see. This is why Reels is here on this podcast.
Tell me, right?
How you play the scrub situation. Now, Mikael Ymir, it's not supposed to go to this match thinking he can win or pull an upset. If you can get a set or two and then collapse, that might be cute, right? But Ymir is supposed to just play to the camera. That's all you do here. You're just thinking about sponsorship. You're gonna be on a top court. You're gonna get TV prime time. You're gonna get John McEnroe saying some racist shit about you. But that's just for the American people. The Spanish people and everyone, you make sure you look your finest, your cutest, so you can get more Instagram followers. Because guess what? No one likes Nole. They're gonna be rooting for you no matter what. So bring some Dustin Brown energy to the court. That's all I'm saying.
Wow, Reels' advice is stellar.
Pablo's telling me it's Ymir.
Channel it. Ymir? Oh.
If you can pull out a set and get a cute game, you might even get a better coach. Just saying.
Ooh, Candy says that Novak's going to test positive and be out anyways.
Oh, gosh. You know what? That's just wishful thinking. That's wishful thinking.
Murder somebody.
That's wishful thinking. I will
look who showed up, Chad. Just in time to talk about the black people.
Well, no, Chad just heard that Chad heard you insulting Ymir and then said, "Thank you, Pablo, for that." Hello, everyone. The pronunciation is Ymir, and I like that. Ymir.
It's pretty.
Like that. That's very
nice.
Very nicely rolls off
is
the
he
tongue.
Pretty? I can't remember. I think he's not.
One of my best friend who is Ethiopian would tell you there is supposed to be like a skip of the tongue kind of Ymir.
Well, this is why
you know what I mean.
I don't understand why we don't have Pablo on just for pronunciations. We can mute him the rest of the time.
You know what we should
say a name? Just Pablo.
And then he says it for us, and then Pablo,
we keep going. They might not allow him to come on the podcast. Remember, We have
He's
to.
very no, he does have very great hair. We have great hair. This is how we're going to evaluate that. So on this top half or top quarter with Novak, I don't really see Cole Schreiber, your favorite, getting through that first round match, Janina.
Stop it. Of course he does.
But you see, this is the crazy thing about this whole draw, right? This whole tournament, right? We are applying French Open June standards and French Open in September standard, right? This is a completely different tournament.
I know, but Christian Garin, I feel like Christian Garin had a nice run in this last tournament. I'm not seeing where Cole Schreiber's been. The only thing I would think about is how heavy.
That's it.
I know. Well, that's the question, right? The balls are heavier and the tournament conditions are probably going to be just heavy in general. So I would say that this favors what? A player that can hit through the court.
Right.
That's so not my little beautiful Coley, but he's going to win one at least, damn it.
It's not going to be one set, you mean?
And then afterwards, he can take me out for a hayride and hot apple cider.
Girl, the money is the same. You don't win money by sets, okay? Cole Schreiber's going to be like 2 and 3, maybe, but it's going to get the same focus.
And speaking of, exactly, I think Garin plays really well. And so speaking of, we also have Guido Pea, my favorite, pretty boy Pea. I think he wins that match, but oh no, I don't think TFO gets out of the first round.
Oh, I know. Listen to me.
Oh, TFO. He likes clay though. That's my only hope.
That's okay.
But
he like Terminator the movie too, but I don't mean he's out here fighting.
I think that Struff is stronger. And he's more solid on the clay. And he's had I think he serves bigger than TFO. So my sense of that match is that that's a tricky match for TFO to get through.
You said tricky. I ain't give TFO any chance, but okay. Thank you, Andreen, for being diplomatic.
TFO should just gather up all the scrubs in this section, which is most of the section, and like maybe go on a corn maze or something.
No, well, and the other thing is there's some really surprising first rounders right here. The Medvedev versus Fukosevic match. I don't see Medvedev getting.
I mean, Chad's mad because we're dogging TFO, but
you
really,
why has he given us a reason? You don't see Medvedev getting out of this match against Fukosevic?
No. Stop it, Andreen.
No, I don't think Medvedev is playing.
Girl, I have Medvedev going to the semifinals. You better
Me too. Me too. Chad's butthurt in the comments.
Spice in my peppermint latte. What is this? Janine,
listen,
wait a minute here. Is this because the French Open is the fall? Why I'm agreeing with Janina and not Andreen? No, take it back, Tennis Jesus. Take it back, Tennis Jesus. We're in trouble. Look,
listen.
Look, this smells like pumpkin. This is
Medvedev gets to the semifinal and he doesn't have any trouble getting there. He's going to take a hayride all the way through.
Listen, even if he gets there, Medvedev beats Berrettini, then he beats who else does he beat?
Look at Candy coming for these little young and Tiafoe.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Candy Alley, let me tell you something. This is my Chad, you're my good girlfriend. You're my good girlfriend, but let me just be truthful here. Tiafoe looks like a really fun time. Like, you could hang out with him and you could drink and laugh, give you all the jokes, all the tea, everything. But I don't see him as a serious tennis player that's going to be a solid top 15 above.
Look at you coming for TFO like that.
I mean, look. I ain't trying to be mean, but let me tell you something.
He can be if he gets the right coach.
I mean, I think Wayne Ferreira might be trying something because he comes to the non-unorthodox style, right? A non-American style, I should say. Wayne Ferreira, I think, is going to give him much more of a complete game and whatever. But some of those shots are very wonky looking. Just saying. So technique is off.
It's a developmental year for him.
Right. Wonderful. But let me tell you something. Homeboy showed up in a challenger last week. Right?
Lost to the new Italian. I know.
And not only did he lose to the new Italian, he was up 2-love in the third set. Then got a straight bagel thereafter. Lost straight game. And this is the MO for Tiafoe. Okay, he shows up he pushes to the final set, and then all of a sudden runs in an E. I don't understand this. Like, he's fit as a fiddle. Let me tell you something. You can not only bung squatters off a Tiafoe app, you can bung bricks. Okay.
I mean, his body is like, whoa.
I'm just saying.
But you know what?
Zenobia
though?
says he needs a new coach.
If Tiafoe
Zenobia,
needs
he
somebody to
has
lotion
one.
his back, legs, and
Oh
I'm
my
there for
God!
it.
You know what?
But let me
I'm
tell you something. I am not
Reels.
there expecting. I'm
Reels, this is a fall podcast, not summer. Relax.
you see, Chris is my mortal enemy on Twitter, right? Stealing
No,
up
no,
all
no.
the right scrub. And he says,
Wait.
Hold on.
Let's continue on. Let's continue on down the first row. The first round.
We gotta mention in the comments though. Remember that we're live, right? I gotta address this. So
What?
O says, how many developmental years does Francis get? He's on like year 7 of development. He is young. He's what, 22?
no, I think he's older than that. No, I told
No.
you're right.
Tiafoe is young.
He played in the year and he played in the New Boys thingy.
Yeah. So I mean, yes, he's been on tour for a while, but he's got a ton of time.
He's 22. He's 22.
He's 22.
Okay. All right, yeah. You and Michael Mo, prove to me y'all are just pretty boys. I mean, y'all are very, very pretty boys, but you know what?
You call
I think Michael Mo is on the next side, but I think I like his chances over there. But for this side of the draw, we have Shapovalov, who's making moves against Gilles Simon. I feel like Gilles Simon is a little sharper on that one.
I've got Gilles Simon coming through there.
I don't trust Gilles.
When you're in doubt and you're in Paris, you go with the Frenchie.
Well, I don't know about that, but Jill's not quite French.
we're back. No, we are back to where we are.
Maya? Where's Maya? I need some French support.
Let me tell you something. Maya's supposed to French except Gilles Simon. He don't like ladies. Just telling you. Don't even pull Maya in this mess with you.
I think Gilles Simon gets through.
Well, Gilles Simon is the most reliable French.
That's the unfortunate thing. Like, except against Chilich in 2014.
Chad, stop being a baby.
Listen, I get you. You know what? I get Chad because Reels comes for Tiafoe every time. I don't know. Seriously?
And you know what?
It's like a reverse crush.
But you know what? The crazy thing is that Tiafoe won't shut me up. He won't shut me up. And you know, I like a piece of humble pie.
I think Tiafoe gets out of his first round match.
Oh well, good luck to that.
Chad, every damn time.
I can't even get him off Tiafoe to get down to the rest of the draw, y'all.
No, you can't. Listen, the bottom section of this draw. Well, first of all, in this top quarter, I mean, is there anything fun? Really?
I mean, I'm hoping that Kachanov really gets through. You know, I'm going to hayride and gets through this.
I think Kachanov gets to Novak.
I'm really hope so. But I mean, Garin looks like he's a solid player and wants to be a solid player. But didn't he test positive?
Wait, Kachanov? First of all, didn't Kachanov get his ass handed to him last week? I don't see Kachanov getting.
That's okay.
He doesn't have anybody to play.
Vesely is a great clay court player.
Yeah,
Jerry Vesely plays
girl. Let me tell you something. So I don't think Vesely is going to this first round. Brody's going to take that.
Brody?
No.
I know. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, definitely sniffing pumpkin spice, but I see it for him. I see Brody because Brody has been playing tennis. He came to the qualies. Vesely's home playing video games. I assure you, that's what it is. He's in the hotel room playing video games.
No, I see Vesely wants to get into the the quarters against Novak Djokovic.
The years when he should have been serious, he lost that. He left that go.
Says Brody's coming out too. Coming out of what? The closet or the draw?
Oh, I'm here for both. Okay.
Oh, you think he's cute?
I mean, for British,
he's not cute. Just saying.
Okay, I like the youngins in. I'm looking forward to the Harris versus Popperin match.
Really?
He must say that I'm onto something with Brody. And
you're onto whatever Brody's onto. I don't know what that is, but keep on it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
I want to be on Brody, but that's a whole other conversation.
Let me know. Oh, your favorites are playing though. Pospisil versus Berrettini.
Come on, Berrettini has that in the bag.
Girl,
why not?
You say no? You think Berrettini loses to
Let me tell you something. I don't know who spoke to Vasek Pospisil, but Vasek Pospisil does not want to be a doubles specialist anymore. Though he's playing
He's not
doubles.
going to do well in these conditions. No fucking way.
Berrettini hasn't shown us anything since the US Open semifinal. So it's Berrettini.
Which was 2 weeks ago?
No, 2019.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so also I remember, you remember the player that that Rafa was mentoring? What's his name? Kwame Munar? He's playing Stefanos. Do you see an upset there, y'all?
No.
Any time for a youngin to make a little move?
Listen, Stefanos is going to be sipping on his pumpkin spiced cold cream brew. And as long as he keeps his head right, there is absolutely no reason, honestly, no reason he doesn't make it to at least the quarterfinal.
Well,
everybody else can go fucking trick or treating, take a trip to the haunted house, whatever. I mean, this part of the draw, you've got people in costumes, right? So you've got Rublev clearly is like, you can pick. He can be a ghost or a vampire.
I think Rublev is showing up at the costume party as a pirate. I just see it for him.
No. He's a ghost or a vampire, and he doesn't wear a costume.
I mean, that's true. He could definitely be a night walk, a vampire. He does have the complexion.
Listen, Tsitsipas. This is my prediction for the bottom part of this. Tsitsipas or Grigor does really well.
Girl, stop it. Christina McHale, stop it. Let me tell you something. Grigor is still recovering from COVID, and I don't even think he's getting out of the second round.
I think I have Grigor going into the third round against
with them Dennis?
Against Simone.
Okay.
I have Grigor,
but I really have
Grigor coming out.
I have Krajinovic coming out of this section.
Yeah, okay, boo.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't know what Juicy
out of the entire section.
Huh?
Out of the entire section.
I think Krajinovic is going to upset Tsitsipas because he's still salty and eating cranberry because he didn't do well at the US Open. That was his.
But he's in a final. But he's in a final right now.
Who, Krajinovic?
What's it? Tsitsipas.
Boasty Dangles. He might even get positive for COVID. So Krajinovic is the person I am backing to get out of this little section.
Well, I think Krajinovic has a chance, but let's just be honest, y'all. I don't even know why we spent this much long talking about this section of the draw. It is poor.
It's boring. It's rainy. Poor. It's wet. It's like wet leaves. Put your boots on. Put your raincoat on.
Yeah, it's not good.
Stop talking on the candy corn. I like candy corn fine, okay?
Janina, what's wrong with you?
I don't like candy corn, so this is why this section is full of it. But maybe... maybe Hubert, maybe Hubs that everybody loves so much. Which, by the way, I don't get his appeal. But whenever you all can explain why someone who lurches is really is appealing on a tennis court, you all let me know. But I see
Andrine is in rare form.
I see Lurch making it to the third round against Novak Djokovic.
Wait, who are you calling Lurch?
Well, the folks in the chat really think Pablo, give us the pronunciation again. He said it's Krajinovic is playing well, and Chad agrees, and even Daniel agrees he's a really good player. So,
Andrine, you have to clarify who is Lurch.
It's Hubert Hurkacz, the Polish player.
The Polish player.
I remember him having a nice set of tennis. This is all I can say about matches with Novak. He had a nice set of tennis against Novak Djokovic, I believe, last year at the French.
Okay.
And you think he's gonna
one night set? She says
a nice set. I think he'll give a nice set.
Go on a run.
Well, only because listen, again,
Andrine, cut the shit.
Listen, who's got the muscle power to hit those damn balls in this heavy condition and the wind and the rain? It's a lot. It's a lot here.
But let me ask you something. So because of this, right? Do you think we're gonna get one of those wild WTA finals?
Maybe.
I would love it.
No, type on the ATP. Because it's just so much labor to do this now.
I think it's a very good possibility.
I think it's a big. You know what? If Novak Djokovic, you assume Djokovic goes undisturbed, then I think the rest at the bottom, and I don't even know about Djokovic because if he's to be believed about his weird arm injury, whatever thing that he's had going.
Oh wait, he's nursing an injury, he says?
Theoretically, he's nursing some sort of hurt body part. I mean, who knows? Maybe these heavy balls do him in.
Hey, maybe Pablo finally gets to actually beat him for real.
Ooh, let's see. But let's just go to the next side. This section was shit. Let's just go. This was candy corn shit, Janine.
All right.
Say about it. This section is pumpkin spice and everything nice section.
Listen, this is the bonfire, the parties. This is all the fall things that you love. This is the cozy sweaters around the fire. This is the warm apple cider with the fireball in it. This is where the good stuff happens. This is where it feels good and it warms you on the inside.
Okay, so let's ask the immediate question. How likely is Chilich to take out Dominic Thiem so that we can all be happy about it?
0.
Okay, well, that's all right.
No,
yeah, you know what?
no.
Girl, I think it was Djokovic's neck area. So yeah, I mean, something was going on there. So I think he was having some pain and getting massages before. So we'll see how his body has recovered.
As much as we want to see Dominic have a Grand Slam like hangover, let down, it ain't happening. That motherfucker is a beast. Yeah. He's not going to win again. But God, that crabby-eyed motherfucker.
Crazy as it's kept, I have him going all the way to the final, to be honest.
What? I didn't tell my girl out that far.
What, you think Stan shows up finally for a tournament?
No, first of all, I need Stan to just
eliminate Andy Murray quickly.
Stan is totally going to eliminate Murray.
I don't trust Stan. I like a true Stan.
I love everyone. Everyone's like 0 chance of Chilich doing anything. 0.
You know what? I mean, I'm hoping that, like Dominic is, because Dominic is one of those people who just sucks the air out of the room. Not because he does anything attention, just his mere presence. Just like, there comes Uncle Festus again. He's like that really bad relative that no one likes. He's the cousin that no one can stand. He comes in, he thinks he's better than everybody else. It's like,
You're a mess with Dominic Thiem.
But I do think that I am hoping that Chilich could, because Chilich gotta say something, right? I mean, like, it's
Chilich ain't doing shit on Clay against Thiem. He's not.
I think
can we talk about another fun sock hop match, which is Nishioka versus Felix. That's a good.
I'm a little bit nervous for Felix about that, even though I chose him to come out.
Yeah, I have
Nishioka. Listen, I saw him play live a couple years ago. Huh?
He's left-handed, correct?
Nishioka?
Is he left-handed?
I don't know, but that little dude is a beast.
I know. He's really fun to watch. Beast.
And these conditions, I think, are going to suit him much more than they suit Felix. But I think he comes out of it. I do. But I think it's going to be a battle.
It should be
a battle. We need to gather up the forces and tailgate for this one.
You're right. He plays left-handed with a two-handed backhand. And they had a really, really nice match together at Indian Wells a while back. So I think that's
Daniel says that Felix is going home.
What?
I think so too, Daniel. I do think so. I think so as well, Daniel. I agree. I do agree.
Mm-mm. Oh my gosh, there's one American that's definitely going home. We just don't know. Opelka or Jack Sock? I'm thinking
it's Jack Sock. Opelka
came through qualifying.
No, so. Opelka is solid. You may not like him. You may not even. He's solid, and he is much more solid than man boob Jack Sock.
I think so too. That big serve.
I mean, you know what? Jack Sock he can totally be a woman for Halloween because he's got breasts.
Oh my God, that is some kind of phobic that I think you should pull back from right now. And I'm not going to talk to you for about a minute. Let's
I just have Jack Sock going as a cow. That's all I think of him, like in a cow.
Cow, man boobs, whatever.
Oh, that's horrible. Let's go to. This is your.
Wait a minute, Chad. I'm sorry, but Pitt, you just playing Michael Moe, and I mean that is going to be the sexiest match on court.
Hello, cheekbones and hair.
I mean, Michael got everything too. I mean, cheekbones, body, everything.
Let's be honest. This is a good opportunity for Michael, right?
It is. I just don't know if he's going to handle it well.
I mean, look, Pat is gonna give him. It's gonna give him many looks.
Many
They both got
He
many looks. But
definitely
here's the
is,
thing.
and probably lots of double fault.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the crazy thing is that this is gonna be such an ugly match. They're gonna play some ugly tennis. They're gonna be pretty
Lots of
players,
breaks.
but
I
ugly
predict lots
tennis.
of breaks.
I mean,
I think I have Michael getting through that match, y'all. I mean,
no,
I've made
know,
some wicked
I
predictions.
know.
So
I did
take them
not
with a
choose
grain of
that.
salt, but I have that match happening. And then I think
Chad, how old is Michael Moe?
She's
I think
22.
a nice, adorable match that's coming up is, I mean, I know you all have opinion about Sinner, the Italian Sinner.
Who you all? Speak about
I-
your friend. I didn't say a word.
I-
I think I'm
David
going to
Goffin.
hell for that mess.
I know, David Goffin. I think Goffin knows how to give this poor young man a lesson. No,
Goffin comes through.
Durables. Oh my god.
But Goffin is so unreliable. Like, is he gonna get a piece of clay in his eye or something weird? I mean,
it's a
we
little
just can't
windy.
trust him.
I
It's
think
gonna be cold. It's gonna be wet. He might need a raincoat. I don't know.
I think that match could be an interesting little encounter.
Yes, it could be an interesting match. I do agree.
I think Goffin has the ability to like play smart tennis to get through that match. That all depends on how windy or weird it is, but that could be really good.
As a matter of fact, I think we should do this draw show after the first round. So because I mean, so much is up in the air, right? I mean, I kind of want to say that Zverev could get to the semifinal, but then I don't even know if Zverev could get past Novak tennis because he might just be messy.
Well,
Did he
listen,
play any tennis after the U.S. Open?
Well, it's a pretty match. So you get Zverev versus Michael Moe.
Zverev played Rome?
No, I think he just practiced. I don't think he played.
Okay. So I think the big question, well, first of all, Ken Nishikori, I mean, I don't believe you could, but because, you're just not in shape.
I don't have him running out of
But, I mean, why did you take out Daniel Evans?
Wait, Andrew, you have Key not getting through the first round?
Girl, everybody's beat.
He's not quite fit yet, I think.
He's not
He
there
did
yet.
just have COVID, didn't he?
Yeah, and then Evans has been playing, so I just think center grinder.
I feel like Nishikori comes out of that. I have him winning.
I'm hoping that is true, but I don't have that happening.
Fabio Fognini is in here. He may ask everyone to go bobbing for apples.
Okay, so I have. Can I tell you?
Maya said she just wanted to make sure that Michael was age appropriate. Wasn't she gonna handle?
I know. I have a cozy blanket match. That's what always brings good things for me.
Not you, Danielle.
No, it is Fabio Fognini if he does it in the fourth round versus Rafa. That could be really fun.
Fabio is not beating Rafa.
No, I'm not saying he's gonna beat him. I'm just saying,
Janina, if it's any time, Fabio, listen to me. Andreen, you are absolutely right.
Let me tell you something.
I will sit next to the bad auntie for this match to happen.
It's a fun match.
I'm here for it.
Let me tell you something. If Fabio gets Rafa at the French Open, this condition in September, he's snatching it. He's taking it.
I don't know if he's
taking it. Listen to me. Listen to me. Because you know how Fabio is a big old troll. And what better instance? I mean, he can't get, this is unusual conditions. Rafa doesn't know anything about these conditions.
He hates these conditions, though. These are crappy conditions.
These are crappy conditions for him.
And you know what? He's gonna fucking hate it. He's gonna complain about it. He's probably gonna show up with fucking boots and a raincoat on, and he's gonna win.
But here's the thing, though. Rome plays almost exactly very close to the French Open, right?
No, they say it plays the opposite. They say the bounce is unsure.
Really in Rome?
But in Rome.
Always?
Yeah, they don't really like the conditions in Rome. It's actually one of the worst, I think, clay courts, apparently. That's what the players have been saying, but I don't know.
But I thought it typically
told who was fit for the French Open. It's closer than Madrid.
Well, anything is
close. Ooh, Candy says Rafa isn't winning the French this year.
Girl, people said that 12 times already.
What are they gonna do? Disqualify him like they didn't know?
But you know what? Zenobia mentioned something, and I think this is something we have to throw into the mix. She said the ball and the weather are two big intangibles. Plus, Dima points out people are going to test positive for COVID.
Oh. I mean, what are they? Let's be honest, though. Are they really going to do anything if people test positive for COVID?
They'll probably just push it under the rug.
I know the opponent is going to be like, you got to get out of here.
I think if somebody tests positive for COVID, then you get through the next round. They don't. I think you just get disqualified and the person wins, right?
I don't know. I mean, I think the person can't play. I mean, I cannot imagine there be any protocol where a person is tested positive, because then why are there any COVID-19 protocol to begin with? If a player tests positive, he or she cannot play.
I mean, that's the assumption. So I hope it's one of those situations where the player tests positive, and then if it is the case, then you don't have to go and play. You just automatically get a bye. You shouldn't have to. They shouldn't be able to insert anyone in the match, right? You just get disqualified and just continue on.
Well, once the tournament starts, I mean, I can't imagine you just get a bye. But that is true. I mean, the French Open is.
I mean, it's a little tricky, but I would assume so. So Monfils is here. I don't expect much from Monfils. It's a nice draw, but I think anyone can take Monfils out.
Yes, and Bublik. He was playing. Wasn't Bublik with the guy who was playing Garin and was doing the underhand serve?
Yes, Bublik. That should be a fun little match.
Look, I don't know why players are getting salted for this shit. Let me tell you something. If you see him, just go up and just whack the ball as hard as you can. Make sure it goes across the net, and that's it.
What is Candy? Are you Candy? Are you making claims? I love Daniel. You stay fit. Not that Daniel, the other Evans. But I think the bruiser match is obviously Stan versus Team. That reminds me of football games in the fall.
I want Stan to win that so bad.
And the thing, and I mean, honestly, I have Stanley in the semifinals.
I stopped. I didn't finish.
I mean, I know it's reckless. It's crazy, but
you know who might sneak in there?
Chorich?
Schwartzman.
Oh, Diego. Yeah, I have Diego.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
Monfils. I think that he could beat Monfils, but I didn't pick it.
Honestly, who comes out of the bottom? Who do you have coming out of the bottom?
But ladies, y'all have not. I mean, someone like Chorich with those wonky full hands. I mean, and the conditions being so slow. I mean, people's gonna tee off in his ass all over the match.
Listen, I think Chorich is not. Good luck, Chorich. I say that to you with all good speed.
I don't think Chorich is gonna get too far.
But I mean, he doesn't. He doesn't have anybody really. I mean, like if he gets lucky, I mean, like
this is a perfect slam. This is a perfect slam for Stan to steal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's stealing. But anyway, are we done with the men? Because they're
damn. Andrew's like, are we done? Yeah, let's be done with the men.
No. I'm teasing.
So who do we have in the semifinals?
Are we going all the way to the semis?
Damn, all the way. We usually stop at the quarters, but that's okay. We may not do another show on Roland Garros, so let's go to the semis.
It might not happen. It might be ended before the end of the week.
I'll tell true story.
That seems so likely.
You think like everybody's gonna get sick and they're just gonna have to call it?
I mean, the French authorities is gonna have to cancel it because it's too dangerous to let these people continue.
Listen, it ain't getting canceled. They would do everything in their fucking power to play.
There is no Chorich bashing here. Reels just doesn't like that wonky forehand that he's got going on.
We like his booty though.
Well, those are choices we're making.
In the semis, I am picking Novak and Medvedev.
Oh.
Okay.
And then on the other side, gosh, I'm torn. I'm gonna pick Stan and Zverev.
No Nadal?
No. Nadal's going out early. Even though I said he'd show up in a raincoat and boots and wear it all, he ain't gonna make it.
We leaving.
Janina, we're talking about the French Open here.
We are, but this is a French Open that we have never seen before. Rafa is a bit of a baby. Okay. I don't think he's going to like it. I think he's going to have a wonky loss, honestly. I don't think it's going to be somebody maybe that we even expect it to be. I think it's going to be a little bit wonky. And I think it's going to have a lot to do with conditions. We have to keep in mind that this is September. It's late September. It's not even early September where it's still a little bit warm and whatnot. I think Rafa, and not that there's not pressure on him every year, but if he wins this, doesn't he tie Federer for all-time slams? There's going to be a little extra pressure on him for that. I think he's going to fuck it up. I really do.
We will see.
Okay, I know Uncle Tony's gonna jump across that threshold and jump that player across the net before he gets the match point. But okay.
Chad says Rafa has already given us 246 reasons why he's going to lose.
Tell your friend that, Chad. All the mouth you have on the chat here, tell your friend that.
Listen, Rafa, go roast some chestnuts over an open fire.
It's
Get
not
ready for
fair.
Christmas.
That wakes me up in
Bro,
October,
we've got
September end.
Djokovic. I've got Djokovic versus Rublev.
Rublev.
Getting
I
past Medvedev?
Whoa, mama.
Listen, I mean, you're lucky I didn't even pick Fuchs to get that far, but we'll see. I'm not trusting Medvedev like his
After what
wife,
you saw in the U.S. Open,
like his wife shouldn't. Okay, that's as much as I do. The Mets. Dominic Thiem versus Fognini, and this is just being very generous to Fognini. I have no idea who gets over that little section. Right
Oh, wow.
Oh,
It
look
has
at
Karen and Stefanos and Stan. What?
go fun. Look at
Stan?
you. Oh, you okay? Is that a typo?
Is Karen injured?
Janina, send a quick text to Owen, make sure he's not under duress, please.
Yeah,
He said I'm going wild. I don't care.
I don't think Garen did Garen get injured in his match today? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Wait, Rafa married that girl? Married Cersei?
Oh my God, real keep up. Rafa married her
like forever ago. Stop it.
They're all married on the tour now, loves.
I
Let's go.
didn't see any pictures. Is that true if it's not on Instagram?
I know.
Hey, you guys remember that movie, The Craft?
Yes.
Yeah.
That could be the women.
Wait, I didn't even give my pick yet. But anyway, my pick is similar to Janina. Now I'm very worried about that.
Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry.
I clearly you think I am very unreliable.
You pick Christina McHale all the time.
I have not picked Christina McHale in fucking years.
Because we
And
didn't
here
have a
I
draft
am.
show. We didn't have a draft show.
You'll never live it down. Go ahead, Reels. Tell us who you're picking.
My pick is Novaks versus catching up.
Oh,
and
Stanley.
Stanley versus Vidal. I mean, I am interested to see if he's gonna get this far.
Listen,
but
if Stan gets to Novak or to Rafa, Stan's winning.
I have not seen Rafa. I haven't seen Stan play Rafa hard in years.
it's true.
Right?
That is true.
It's been a while, so you're
Stan
right.
should be rested and healthy.
I can
I'm
tell
here
you when,
for
let me tell you when Stan is gonna win a match. When he's out.
Who's talking though? Who's talking? How distracted is Stan right now?
Why Pablo says Stan is a mess right now? Why are you saying that?
When Stan took the French Open in 2015 or 14, was it 14?
I don't know. You know, Stan is one win away from a Grand Slam.
Is it the
That
first
was
one?
got canceled. So
Which one is it? Is it Aussie? No, he's won Australia, U.S. Open. Is it? Oh, Wimbledon. Oh,
Wimbledon is the one he doesn't have.
we got time.
Wimbledon.
We got
Could you
time.
imagine him beat Stan Wawrinka being a double Grand Slam holder of the French Open?
Why did he and his coach break up?
I mean,
well,
I could
Stan
say
probably
that,
started sleeping with the wife or something. Who knows?
she's too old for him anyway.
That's it. Let's go to the ladies, the top half.
Oh my goodness! Is this Simona's spot?
Who is the favorite? Is the favorite Simona?
I mean, I don't know. When was the last time we actually saw her play?
Last week. She
No,
won.
that doesn't count.
But you notice that for the last two big tournaments that are going into these asterisk majors, there wasn't really a final, right? The finals got canceled. There wasn't a completed final.
Oh, yeah, because Coplis stopped the final,
Stopped
right?
playing, and
What a fucking mess.
Osaka just didn't show up.
Pulled out. Yeah. Oh, you're right. You've not had a complete women's final. That's weird.
So in the big tournaments, I know Strasbourg just happened. Is it Strasbourg? Is it? Wherever. What's her name?
Oh yeah. Svitolina won. But that
Strasbourg is in France, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that doesn't mean that we should take Svitolina seriously.
Oh God, no! That's just when you know you have to take her
You
seriously.
can't take her seriously in a slam. Stop it.
No, because she won early. She peaked too early. She peaked too early. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Zenobia
she won
says
Rome last
Simona
year, didn't
seems
she?
to be the favorite. She
I'm
does seem
almost sure
to.
she won Rome last year. And
Hello?
guess what? No, Svitolina.
Oh well, so Svitolina goes on a run, and then it just kind of flames
So
out.
that runs
Svitolina
everywhere
not be
else, like
trusted.
majors.
But you know what?
Listen,
Let me just say, y'all, she has a nice draw. She plays Vavara, but not that Vavara. A new Russian player, and then she plays. I have her playing the Mexican player Renata. Well, congratulations to Renata. Is she the first Mexican woman to qualify for a slam?
Pliskova won Rome last year, according to Afua.
Yeah. So this is good. I mean, so Halep looks undisturbed to me by this draw. There's nothing in there.
I mean, who
I'm
has the
so,
possibility to come alive in her section? And so here's the thing.
Maybe Amanda.
Amanda, yeah, she might want to recreate her French Open,
Anisimova.
Yeah.
If she's playing, but she seems quite frustrated with herself right now. But
True,
if she's
her father's not around.
yeah, it's a different situation for her.
What about we have not seen Kuznetsova.
Girl,
she's coming back, but she's coming back from injury in a surgery. So that's either it could be really, really bad or it could be really, really good.
Honey, you know who's gonna be saying goodbye to Sveta? Pavs. Thanks for playing, Sveta.
Oh damn, maybe. But I think
I didn't have the heart after dragging her for Christina to tell her, but thank you.
Listen, I think that one's up in the air. I really, really do because
we just
don't know.
Up in the air. Okay, let's all get very honest. Coco versus Kanta. What are our chances there?
I like Coco, but she has to have her head in it.
And that's her.
She can win that match. She can totally win that match.
I don't see any. Well, Kanta can play well on clay though. Generally.
I mean, Coco is looking to do different things on the court, come forward, etc., try to slide, all that sort of stuff. So I'm giving her I'm giving her a chance to win this match.
I picked her.
What about in this weather?
Again, she's young. She don't even. I don't think she even knows that this.
She doesn't know what it's supposed to be like. She's gonna play whatever.
Right.
I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be unbothered by it. I think Kanta will be more bothered by the conditions because she has an expectation of what Roland Garros is supposed to look like.
But
and Kanta has a wonky serve too. I mean, if nothing else.
And then also
Kanta's not that reliable.
That mechanical way that she hits. I don't know. That seems like.
What if Sakari comes through here?
Coco moved. I was watching her, but I don't know. I mean,
Sakari?
Yeah.
I think Rogers. I think Rogers handles Sakari well. I think he's kind of.
You do? I picked Sakari.
I think Rogers has. I think she has the game to get through these conditions. I really do.
Because you could hit hard and not necessarily miss.
Yeah, I mean,
Concha said she's playing the player, not her social media presence. Coco, eat her fucking alive.
Listen, does Conta even have presence to talk about presence? Conta's like a win.
Zero.
She always does this. Conta should just shut her mouth. She always does this. When no one,
I'm just gonna accuse her of being racist and just call.
Oh, here goes Pabla. It's not Sakari, it's Sakari.
Sakari. Conta always answers the question that you didn't ask. Girl.
Listen, you know what question I'm asking about Kanta? Why is she here?
Go play in the corn.
Like I said,
Kanta, nobody cares, Kanta. You know what was my favorite memory last year? I think watching Kanta lose in front of a British crowd was definitely one of my favorites.
That was funny.
You mean 2017 when Venus just dragged?
No, not that. I watched her last year when I was at Wimbledon too. She lost.
Oh, Jesus.
Who was it? I think it was a Russian player she was playing. Who was she? It was beautiful. It was Strikova.
She blamed it on all the other things other than herself.
It was a beauty. It was a thing to behold because the Brits, they were raring to go, ready to anoint her as something. And I said, Barbara,
they tore her ass up in press.
I was like, Barbara, do what you must. And I enjoyed that so much. Oh, bless Kanta. Let's continue to make her fail upwards. Kanta, don't ever come for Coco, Kanta. Coco is my fave right now.
Listen, we will fucking throat punch you.
We will throw pumpkins at you, Kanta. That's what we will do.
We gonna call Coco. We gonna call Kanta her favorite thing, a conservative feminist, and those people don't even exist. So move on. So that's this little section. I don't know. I mean,
let's put all the things in the cauldron for Coco and make a super duper magic potion.
Listen, Coco versus Georgie is gonna just be a whack-a-mole match.
I know, right? I was thinking about that.
That's a second round whack-a-mole match. I'm loving that.
What's Georgie gonna wear? She typically doesn't wear much clothes. What is she gonna look like in the cold?
Listen. Oh, you know what? Somebody mentioned that earlier. I cannot wait to see these costumes of these people freezing their tails off.
You know what? You know what's crazy, right? They're gonna wear regular clothes and then put tights and ugly shit over it.
I know. I hope she planned well for her outfit.
Something Tommy Jackson comes out in a bathrobe. I can see it right now.
Honestly, though, the only thing I want is make sure, Serena, please don't wear something where it's going to get into the wind and then you're going to have to start ripping it.
Please don't.
Vika. Have you ever seen that? Vika always sticks the clothes in her underwear. Like, always. It's just like, girl, either way, booty shorts or something. I tell them,
but this side of the draw has a lot of fun players.
Serena needs to show up in a cat suit.
This is the perfect time for the cat.
Said, no, you can't wear that anymore. Is the French Open gonna put any uniform on any clothing protocol in place?
Chris said Serena's gonna be in a coat. I bet she walks out in a fucking trench coat. I bet she does.
I will say house coat.
House coat.
You know what,
Pablo? I think that might be a little bit of a microaggression there. Roll that shit back, boo.
Oh, Serena with a turban. No, actually,
my god.
I think it's perfect. Serena shows up in a trench coat. It's very Pink Panther-y. Let's go for it. I love it.
Forever.
I know. But you know what? There's the Shelby Rogers and Pav's match. It's like candles in the fall. That match seems so innocent.
Cranberry candles.
It does. It has a cranberry candles feeling.
Crisp wind.
Okay, let me ask you all.
Let's do a harvest feast.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
What's the Sarah Irani?
Tell me who Blinkova is, people.
I don't know. Can I just tell you that as I was going through this draw, I didn't know who half of these women were. I'm like, let me look at the ranking. Let me see what country they're from, how likely they are to play well on clay. I don't know who any of these people are. And I'm not sure. I feel like this is completely COVID related. I mean, Ash Barty opted out, right? So we know that there are people who are just not showing up. Sure. I don't know who they are at the moment. I honestly don't know. I'm looking at this draw.
Some of these names are I've heard of Blinkova. Thank you so much for that, Afua. But it's just like some of these names are really unfamiliar, and it's not.
And I'm thinking, am I that disconnected from tennis, or is this the result of COVID and people not showing up?
Okay, like who?
I don't know.
Who's heard of the Serbian player?
I don't know.
You mentioned Blinkova, Andreen, but do you know who Sharma is? Astra Sharma from Australia.
Yeah, the Australian player. The only reason why I know that is because Brad loves her.
Oh, okay.
Brad? Who is Brad?
Our favorite Rafa fan, Brad.
Right.
So, no, I mean,
Brad. Okay.
Yeah. And Serena Williams. Let's talk about these draws. Serena's draw looks. Poronkova gets her again.
I'm not worried about Poronkova on clay. I think Serena has a
but she's gonna she might potentially get Strikova. She got a lot of
I think she does get Strikova. I think it's a little I don't know. I always pick Serena because that's where my heart is. But I don't know that I necessarily believe it.
Do we get Serena versus Vika in
Yes, I think we do.
Okay. Well, that's all we need.
However, and when I got to that part of my draw, I thought, okay, I'm going to go with the part that, very rarely does someone beat Serena twice in a row.
Mount Girl says it.
That's Steph, Andre.
I know. I say, Mount Girl, I agree with you. Thank you, because I know you really follow the tennis closely. These women's names are
I feel better. Steph doesn't know who they are.
Yeah, they're a little
Lord.
No. Okay. That was like the Serbian player, Nina.
I picked Nina just because of the name. True story.
and And then Barbara, the new, I mean, there are always new Czech players showing up all the time, but there are a couple that are a little bit new here. So, which is, let's be honest, good. Like if there's some fun people that we're about to discover who play some good tennis, that should be great.
Do we get a new winner? I mean, does somebody emerge from this shit show? Does somebody make it through the corn maze?
Somebody brand new. Let me see.
This draw look like that thing. I don't. It's not sangria. It's like cider. I think it is. Warm cider. Yes.
It's a warm cider match.
You're drinking it and you're tasting all different kind of things in it, but you're not exactly sure what it is.
I love warm cider.
Can we talk about this third round Vika Poots match?
Listen, I think that's going to be a shit show and fun, but I think Vika comes through.
I'm ready for it. That's my problematic relative.
Doesn't play well under French and clay anyway.
Chad says, "How far do we have Serena going?" I stopped filling out my draw.
Semifinals. I
stopped at the quarterfinals, and I've got her there.
So
I have her going that far. I think she. Yeah.
I won't admit to where I take Serena.
Ooh, you can't do that, Andreen.
Venus.
Oh my God, Venus is in the draw. Where is she?
Just above Serena. Not just above, but a couple.
I must not have given her much cred. Oh, I got her coming through one round, which I don't really believe that.
I ain't saying nothing about Venus Williams because
she's beaten her recently. I think. Well, when the last
time. Who beat who? What do you mean? Who beat who?
Svidlova beat Venus, but I don't know. We'll see. Venus sometimes shows up and is dialed in for a moment. So I'd like her to get through that first round because then it's like, oh gosh, but then she faces Vika again.
O says he's not confident. What are you not confident in, O? Serena? I don't know.
All right, Steph.
Okay, Reels? You okay?
You're right, Steph. Tell him. Shut it. No, I mean, I know Venus is so cute. Well, Venus was looking beautiful as we've all established.
Always.
Like, whoo, Venus in the sun.
But, Real says when V shows up and she's looking great and looking great on court, it's a hot fucking mess.
I haven't seen her outfit yet, so we'll have to see. Oh my gosh, I had images of. I remember when V showed up at the French with the showgirl outfit with the red undies. Undies. It was brown undies to make it look like she was naked.
2010.
Yes. You know what? We do it again. What a nude shit.
It was better than those apple wedges, those lattice things she had at the Australian Open. That
was amazing. I totally remember that. Everyone was just shocked by it. It was like a can girl outfit.
Yeah. Venus, I don't want to say anything, but I know Venus is having some good sex. That's
Does she still have that super young guy?
Look, Venus is be creeping on the low. Don't trust your man around Venus Williams. That's all I'm saying.
Venus is like, let me get the back.
Deb said that outfit was a horror. She talking about
no, Deb is talking about the lattice one from the Australian Open. Oh. You know what I'm talking about, Deb? The yellow and grayish and
I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have to have a mid tournament draw just to talk about the outfits because I'm just curious.
I feel like it's gonna be some sweatpants and
wait. Hoodies. Oh, well, you know what? You're right. I mean, you're right, Chad. If she does get through, she could beat Vika. I know that Vika traditionally doesn't do well on clay, but I feel like this ain't clay, so.
But Vika, but she moves well though. But she needs a heavy condition in her serves. People are not gonna let her get away with those serves on clay because they're not gonna do anything. She gotta hope the player creates a lot of errors. But players.
Deb is disagreeing. Deb did not like the nude undies outfits, according to Deb.
The nude illusion?
No, she did not like it. It's cute.
Oh, you're talking about the red and black.
Yeah.
It almost looked like Venus Secret.
It was sexy Victoria's Secret.
Venus Secrets.
It's Venus Secret.
Yes, Venus. Oh my God, Venus, capture that and go do that underwear series. Venus Secrets. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my God, that would be so cute if Venus got together with my favorite top six, Grigor. Can you date a person that your sister dated though?
Stop it right now.
Stop that. Ooh.
Is that not a thing you can do? Anyway.
First of all, I mean, it is true that Venus needs a man that she can dominate, right? He's gonna hold the
It's
pocketbook, but Trigo ain't that man. Mm-mm.
every time you say pocketbook, I just imagine you as this old black lady.
Because that's what we call it, pocketbook. No, you all are
Remember
so
the first mentioned pocketbook? I was looking at her like, "You want a book?" Like, she said, "Get my purse." Like, then say, "Get your purse." Don't say
I
pocketbook.
love all the contributions of everyone. Let's get to the second side. The second side has an injured Coplis, right? Pulling out. I mean,
I don't trust that. Maybe she realized what Reels has been saying, right? Don't peak too early, right? Because the French Open is going to require all your strength. Look, Ash Barty won last year. Who did Ash
Oh my
beat in
God,
the
she did? I don't remember the French
Who
last
did she
year.
beat?
so these conditions should tell Sabalenka hit the ball. Sabalenka, that's a nice little draw for her. She's playing she's playing like wily players, but like I haven't seen anything from Casacattina in a while.
Here's
Pablo,
the thing.
did I pronounce that correctly?
I was unsure because Sabalenka but Jessica Pegula, she played. That's gonna be a tough first round match, no?
No,
But
it
again,
is. It's a tricky match. Mhm.
so I mean, honestly, all of these girls in this bottom half. I mean, I know there's
I
down here, but
I'm interested to seeing which Muguruza shows up. What
right.
is she gonna look like? I mean, I think that alters the entire draw.
Section.
The whole thing.
She has an easy draw
This
generally.
is hers. This is hers. She should be in the
This could be her tournament
she
to
should be in the
take.
final. She should be in the finals.
She should be, could be, but will she be?
I mean, what? Wait. Let's look at her draw though. She gets to go through Tamara from Slovakia, I think. Yep. Then she has the Chris Bliss that doesn't make any money, maybe.
About to say they want to make any money.
Although I actually think it might be Kuzmova though. I think Kuzmova is probably a player. I think she gets Kuzmova. So that's probably a
I think the tricky person would be Brady. If she gets past Jen Brady.
Yeah, Brady the third one.
I never trust an American on club.
But the thing about I like about Muguruza's draw is that she has players that can test her.
Yep. And get her.
And she should definitely come through this. But I would say no one doesn't seem to. I mean, her good Judy Kala is ill. I don't know if that's still weighing on her mind.
Yeah, I mean, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows how COVID affected her? I mean, who knows that COVID affected all these players? But I mean, I think the Kala situation sort of hit very close to home. And I mean, I don't know. She looked like she was the matches that she played was kind of wonky.
Yeah, well, but that was probably just lack of match play. I would like to see a Sabalenka Muggs match in the fourth round.
Yes, me too.
I mean, that's what I have in my draw.
Yes, I do have that as well.
And and between that little section, I think Donna Vekic does well. I mean,
I think she does too.
Andrina, you are looking at my paper. You are looking over my
I know, right?
She's a pumpkin eater.
Rybakina? I don't know, maybe, but I think it's Mukova. I've seen Mukova play a few times. I think I like her game.
You should have seen her beat Venus, but you know.
I know. But I like her game.
This bottom half, where Sloan
Kerber,
is,
right? What was Kerber looking like? What was Kerber looking like last week?
I feel like I don't even remember who Kerber is at times.
She wasn't looking good. She wasn't looking good.
Was she looking good?
Nope.
Because I don't know. I feel like this bottom quarter here of this side of the draw is up for grabs. I really do.
Ostapenko, come on, Ostapenko.
You've got Ostapenko, you've got Sloane Stephens, you've got Keys, you've got Kerber, you've got Kvitova. Any one of those women can get hot. They can drink the fire whiskey. Oh, sorry, wrong podcast.
Poor Tony's like
they can drink the hot apple cider.
Well, I mean, basically,
but you know I feel like any one of them.
Do you think Sloane does anything here, though? Come on, y'all.
I mean, look, she did look cute at the US.
She could.
Right? But
her draw looks good.
Chris, I know how you love Keys, but I think Cornet's there to take Keys out just because she can.
Oh, damn. Cornet, is she
Yeah.
is she even going to be able to breathe in that little skinny nose in these conditions?
But I just keep wondering why is it Cornet's one is to say, girl, you've been around the block so many times. Why are you not seated at these events? It ain't injury. What is it?
She's old and unreliable, and her shit's all over the place.
She's fine. She's fine though. The thing about Cornet, she plays a French player, which she probably knows really well. So then she gets in the second round and she goes up against Keys. If Keys makes it out of the first round,
I don't think she is.
I'm going to tell you what. This section of the draw, I'm going to call this a haunted house, and the person that's less scared gets out. Seriously,
I really thought this
there's
was
so
a
many things that could happen here.
I call this section of the draw distant cousin. I know you, but I don't really know you. What you going to do? I mean, these are the couples who come for Thanksgiving. This is just like, yeah.
Well, these are my baller section. You know how you play those fall sports? I just thought this was a really good section for anyone who wants to take the opportunity. Because everyone assumed that Topless would have been the favorite, but since she's kind of a little dodgy, maybe, who knows?
Kind of
you know what? I'm
little,
going to go on a prediction here.
It's a good chance. It's also a good chance.
Ding, ding, ding. Bold prediction. What is it?
Okay. So this is where I am saying for the bottom half. I mean, this is my wishful thinking, I should say. Not bold, just wishful. Keys versus sorry, take that back. Devil, you're a liar. Stevens versus Muggs in the semifinal.
Oh wow, that would be nice.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem so steady right now.
None of them. This is what I'm saying. Like none of these players, I don't know what they're gonna do. But Mukova is playing Mikhail.
No, that'll be fun.
Well, can we not go there?
No, maybe Sloan channels her the last time she got to the final.
I actually have Sloan going to the quarterfinals. I don't know who gets out of that piece. I would like to see a Sloan Garby final or semifinal.
Madison Brangle versus Ostapenko. Ooh.
No.
That's what code 18. Ain't nobody drinking for that.
Oh, I think Ostapenko gets out of that match.
Listen, I think we can all put our costumes on and say trick or treat.
The kids are right here is what I like. No, this is actually, the thing I noticed about the women's draw too is it's very dispersed.
Oh my God, Chris says Sloan won't win a round. Oh jeez, you're very confident.
But Dima has
blown up my spot.
Dima has Muggs getting the title. Interesting. So Dima agrees with me.
I will not be even a little bit surprised if Muguruza comes out. I will make a prediction. I think Serena doesn't win.
Well, wait, but let's be honest though. I know we don't really trust Madison Keys on clay, but since this is really playing like clay,
no.
maybe her wailing on the ball will for some good. No,
I mean that might be reliable Petra, but I mean again the conditions are cold. It's going to be very difficult for these players to keep warm because remember at this time they're usually playing indoor. They're not outside.
I think everyone manages the conditions swimmingly. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, Kitova, maybe this is Petra. Maybe this is Petra's solution.
Yeah, I mean, because I think a lot of errors you will be able to, if you serve decently, right? If you can get the ball over.
Yeah, and Madison has a good serve and that nice heavy forehand if she can manage it.
Dream.
I'm okay. Thank you.
Get your liquor going. Lubricate, as they say on posts.
I know. I mean, I think my only thing is like I just feel like poor Cornet will just wear her down.
But I mean, as Demon points out, I do think looking at the women's draw, I do think the women's draw is far more entertaining. And Serena, if this is a major that Serena, I would love to see you win because it's going to require real work from you, being attentive from the jump.
What? You trying to say Serena's not attentive from the jump?
No, I'm just saying that no one's going, because I mean, look, girl, everybody think you are easy pickings. I'm just saying they just have to wait you out.
Not Christina Hahn.
Well, I mean, I don't even want to see that match because I think Hahn isn't going to do anything. It's going to be hard for her to do anything with the ball, right?
Yeah.
Is the women's ball changing as well?
I think it's the same ball they use. I think I read that.
No, the weight of the ball is usually changed. I mean, they use the same brand.
Yeah, well, I think the only slam where the players play different ball is the U.S. Open. Apparently, the women play a different ball. They're
What?
the same. That's what I read, but maybe the person was off their rocker in a slam.
I thought women have a different weight of a ball and the men and they play with the mix they play with the women balls in forgive me, that might sound weird, but they play with the women's
They play
tennis
with the women's
ball
I
ball.
know that they're supposed to be a different
in
weight.
the mixed double. By the way, is there a mixed double? Because I see that there's a draw to be had in the French Open. Are they playing like a real slam here?
I don't know. That seems
There has to be a mixed draw.
Let me see. I don't see it.
There wasn't one at the US Open.
What?
Oh,
There
that's-
wasn't?
No, what's wrong with you? No, there wasn't.
I mean,
Listen,
clearly I didn't miss it, but still.
French to make all their money, so they better put everything up.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you something. You know, Chad, you don't like it when people come for your fave, but yet you're sitting out there asking us about why we're picking Sloan to win matches. I need you.
Boom.
Chad is under duress, people. Somebody.
Hey, don't mess with
Chad.
Chad. Chad's fine.
You are some shades.
Chad,
right
are you putting shade on the Sloane Stevens way? She
Tony,
said
why
Black
are
Lives
you
Matter.
coming back in like you've been here the whole time talking about Janina? Where the hell you been? Let's talk about that.
No,
Oh.
there is there is a different weight in the ball. At least but to be honest, Andre, I would say that the conversation where I was present, the place I was present where they were really having this conversation was at the US Open. So it might just be a US Open specific thing.
Pablo
But I
says
would like
there's
to
a mixed double
imagine that
draw.
the women, because the women talk about their sport being like almost like a different game, right?
Yeah,
Because
but the
of
men
weight
get
of the
it
ball
right.
and the men, and they string their rackets differently and they use different size rackets.
Mhm.
But I mean, if the
Well,
women are
someone
playing with the
So
heavy
a
balls,
reporter asked, how come nobody's talking about the balls for the women? So I'm assuming, but then again, it's just the women don't really whine as much as the men do.
they don't. That is so true.
So
They
that's
don't.
probably what that's about.
I mean, the women see broken glass on the court, just be like, let's go ahead.
Listen, as a general rule, women don't complain as much as men. Period.
No, but I mean, but that might be true. But the women, it's not that big of a deal, though. The men are complaining about bullshit, and
because they complain about fucking everything. Everything.
but the women get it going on, and you know what? The women's draw look far more interesting and exciting than the men's draw.
Almost
Well,
always.
Well, although I will say, given the conditions, this might be the first French Open. I'm like, show me what you got, people, on the men's
I
side.
don't know.
But I think there's some fun.
Full disclosure, I probably won't watch hardly any of it. I fucking hate clay. Nothing has changed here. And now is it not only going to be clay, it's going to be muddy, wet fucking clay. And the matches are going to take even longer than they normally do. And I don't know if I can invest my life in that.
I'm gonna try to give Tennis Channel just a little bit of my eyeballs. But if they play a Trump ad, I'm leaving.
Well, you know that's happening, so just be prepared to turn that shit off. So, let's see what we got for the ladies at the end. Who do you have? How far do you want to go? What did we do for the men? All the way? Semis? What did we do?
I want to see
Quarters?
Quarters for the ladies.
My quarters. I'm outside and it's dark. I have to see where I stopped. Okay, quarters. I have. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this.
Quarters. I love the ladies.
I've got Halep and Sakari, Pablo, Svitolina and Serena.
Ooh.
On the other side, I have Muguruza and I don't even know how to say her name, nor do I know why I picked her, but Rybu. Yeah, her. And then I have Kvitova and Sloan. Rybakina. And then Kvitova and Sloane Stevens. That's what I've got. Sue me.
Generous for Sloan. Look at you.
Okay, I am far more confident with my top half because I know this family, as opposed to with the distant cousins in the bottom half. For the top half, I pick semifinals. Janina, I mean, your Sakari and Halep quarterfinals. I think that is possible. I mean, Daniel, I know you listen to our podcast just to hear this name mentioned. Markita Vondrousova.
Vondrousova.
I don't think she's gonna get past Swiatek. I don't think she's gonna get past the Polish. Iga. I don't think so. So she's a 15 seed, but kind of sucks. Who was in the French Open finals last year with Barty? But
It was her. It was her.
it's Wanda
No,
Silva.
was it Vondrousova?
Yeah, was Vondrousova in the final, or was it the semis? I think it was the final.
I thought it was Mark. I don't know. Who it was.
Yeah, it's Marketa Vondrousova.
Okay.
Daniel says you stay wrong.
Around about 6.
No, I could have sworn she was in the final.
Listen to me. I have this idea. I mean, like Daniel, tell me if I'm wrong about this. I think
Say her name. Listen, this isn't that podcast right now.
Makita's brother. I think so. The Makita brother used to play tennis in Florida, at Florida State. In my imagination, and Daniel knew her because I don't know. Daniel picked this girl up and won't let her go. So I think I think that's Daniel's sister-in-law.
She played tennis, and we'll always be grateful for her because she eliminated Kanta very easily last year.
Says in the semis, it's Halep, Mertens, Muguruza, and Kerber.
Oh, he thinks Serena doesn't get there. I have Serena and Halep, and I have Muggs and Sloane. I want to believe in Sloane. She's going to disappoint me, but I want to believe in her.
Does Svitolina get to Serena?
No.
No, I'm telling you no. She peaked early.
He says no. I told you no.
I have Halep versus Rogers. I'm very generous. I have Blinkova versus Vika. And then I have Muggs versus Beckett.
Oh, so you've got Vika on clay versus Serena. That's interesting.
I don't even know. I think
you don't think Serena gets that far?
I think Pirankova tries to come for Serena again.
I think she tries. I don't think she's successful.
I think I had a shot. It's probably early enough.
Damn.
Listen, let me tell you something. If I'm Serena, this is irritating tennis to play. That's all I'm saying.
But that's why I think it would be interesting for her because there is no match she should really just think she can just go in and roll over because I think this is what happened.
She hasn't been doing that anyway. She's been going into matches.
Say bank on Serena. I agree with that 100%. But I don't think she's going out in fucking round 1 or 2. But it is the French Open.
In round 1. She's not. But listen, she played Pirankova in what the quarters at the U.S. Open or semi. The quarters. And now
I think this is going to be so different. I think this is going to be so different.
The second round. And then Strikova. I don't know. I think it's a tricky. I mean, we'll see. You know, I don't know how she'll fare in those conditions. But Blinkova, Vika, yeah, I don't know. But I also don't know what Vika's doing. I feel like Vika was fairly steady on it, but I know that Venus had chances, so we'll see.
Listen, I think this surface is in this weather is going to turn this tournament upside down. I really do. And I'm here for it. I'm here for an unexpected winner. I'm here for a new winner. All of the things.
Why are you saying a new winner as if there isn't a new winner on the women's side often?
This is true. I was thinking more along the lines of the men, but I think this is going to be very different. Eventful.
Do we miss Osaka?
I do sort of.
No, she's fine. Go protest.
I'm glad
we need you in Louisville.
I do miss her.
I mean, I miss more.
Listen.
Than like what she was going to do on the clay. I don't really.
That's true. I don't really miss her. I mean, I do enjoy her tennis actually.
I knew she withdrew. I knew that, but I forgot when I was filling out my draw. I did not even think that she wasn't there. True story. I didn't think. Where's Osaka? Who am I missing? What's going on? I did not give her 2 thoughts until you just mentioned her.
Did you think about the number 1 player, Ashley Barty, though?
No, I didn't think about her either.
But you know what? Let's be honest though. The women's draw is so full that it's rare for you to really miss anyone. Like I didn't miss anyone too much.
Pablo says, big question. What's going on with Bianca Andreescu? Isn't she out for COVID or is she hurt? I don't even know.
Listen,
she hasn't really.
Bianca's like, let me rest this body for the next year because these ladies are going to come for me and I'm just going to relax, chill out.
People in our chat do not miss Barty.
No one's missing
Really?
You
Mark.
know what?
No
I
one
said
misses
when I
Buddy.
saw Simona being number one, I just like that ain't sound right. And then I realized old people are not here.
And lots of people are not here. That's why we don't even know half the names in this draw.
I mean, lots of people aren't here, but they're not missable. Like, is there somebody that
What do you mean? The points have to be falling off. They can't.
Of course they're falling off, but you know, this is
Do they have a
listen, this
special
entire
asterisk? It's a four.
well,
No,
I was
four
just going to say this entire year has an asterisk. Whether we like it or not, this is COVID sports. It's different. I mean, you can listen, you can never control who you play against. Your opponent is your opponent. If you win, you win. I'm here for that. You know what? Good for you. You did the damn thing. If you win, you win. But the truth of the matter is, we have some top players who are not here. And in the case of, say, Federer, you know, he's out recovering from surgery, but almost everybody else is out due to COVID. They're choosing not to play. They've
Who are
been
they, though, on the men's
disqualified
side?
because they're positive or a coach is positive or something. There's all this stuff, or people, you know, they don't want to travel, whatever. I mean, this is a really weird year for sports in general. In every sport, we have players opting out. They are choosing not to participate. And it matters. It matters. Period.
I mean, I guess so, but like I mean, the thing about it is what we're missing what the last couple slam winners, but I don't really think that I think that I think that they're done a
Breaking
good job.
news. Breaking
What?
news.
What's the
Pablo
break-
says something's up with Bianca. I think she has joined a cult.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
Oh, really? Why? Do we
No,
think she's
no.
weird that way?
no,
I mean,
don't-
her outfit, what she wore, just
I mean,
screamed.
Serena's in a cult, but we don't talk about that. Venus
Wait,
too.
yeah, that's true. The Jehovah's Witnesses are.
Yeah.
But like, can I tell you though, the honest to goodness truth is, I've always thought of like Bianca, like I thought about like
Wait.
those figure skaters. You know, the figure skaters that come in and like take the Olympic gold, and then you never hear from them again.
Yeah.
It's
I know
like,
what you're
Wait,
talking about.
Tony
yeah.
says points are not falling off. They keep 2019 points.
yeah,
Seriously?
they
Because
there's
it's COVID?
Well, I think the way they calculated it was something like depending on there was some weird score counting. Just the same thing with
Then-
better.
then I am confused. Why is
Dima
it that
says how
nobody
far
gets
does
to count?
Jeannie get? Jeannie
But
doesn't
this
get out of the
makes no
first round,
sense.
Dima. Cut that shit
Let
out.
me see. Jeannie,
But how is it that Nole gets to
I
keep
have
thinking
Jeannie
that
going
he's
to
not?
the second round, and I think that if she doesn't fall for any weird Yastremska,
Who is Lennon? Oh, Kenan. Kenan is
Kenan.
in there. She's in there.
Third
Kenan, I have Kenan getting through to.
round.
I have her losing to Donna Vekic.
I have her losing to
Oh
Donna.
no,
Vekic.
that's not true. I have her beating Vekic, losing
You know
to
what?
I have Donna take.
Rabatina.
We're being very generous to Donna Vekic. Donna Vekic hasn't seen a winning match.
Chris
she
says
didn't-
that Kenan is a non-factor. I'm fine with that.
I mean, you
But
never know.
I have a question though, a really substantive question. I don't understand how, if 2019 points are not falling off, how is it that Nole can claim to continue to be number one for X amount of weeks? Then everything stops then. Then what is
Well,
the
if
purpose?
they're not falling off, then he's still there, right?
No, but then you can't, because if people can't change those numbers, right? It's not the fact that he remains at number one. It's that no one can creep up and get it. Right? Though theoretically and mathematically it's not possible. But this seems rather, it's like you're trying to have your cake and eat
I
it
wasn't
too.
aware of this. I wasn't aware that points weren't falling off. This is weird. This is
So
new
then
to
what is
me.
the purpose of having this event really? Is it just for money making fact? I mean, I'm sure that's what it is.
No, there's some. I remember when they were returning and they issued a news report about what they were going to do about the rankings.
So points are being collected, but they're not falling off. I don't understand
No,
this.
no. What it is the revised system says your players' ranking will be comprised of your best 16 results, between March 2019 and December 2020.
Dima, can you get on this? You're supposed to be our stats girl. You're failing.
No, I think what they did was change the timeline for the points. And
Okay, I see.
Is this a direct result of COVID?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
They've just extended it past the year ending rank, because it's usually in a 12-month period, right? They go
Mhm.
back 12 months, but now they're going back like 18 months or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're allowing the ranking points to extend beyond the traditional 52-week window so that a player's world ranking would not be impacted due to the suspension of play.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
But I'm just thinking, okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Anyway, so I just think it's really disingenuous.
Same thing. They're doing the same thing, I think, as the ATP. Your ranking is going to be the best of 2019 and 2020 as best as possible. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's what it is.
All right. Well, that's our draw show.
I mean,
This is what I want to tell
That's the Polar
everybody.
Express.
we
That's the
go.
Polar Express going in the background.
It's the Polar Express. But can we just, we have a little bit of a platform here. People listen to us, right? So can we just put something out there?
what?
Should I be scared to get my lawyer?
No, you don't need to be scared. I just want to tell people to vote. That's it. Just vote. Just vote. If you're not registered to vote, get registered to vote. And vote.
I mean, don't vote if you're not American, but
Right.
Yeah, we don't need any shady shit, Pablo, but just vote, guys. Just vote.
Maya don't come for her and her trains. Okay, Janina likes to tell us, she lives in a quaint part of Foreign Ohio, and she gets a head train. Pablo says to vote early and don't vote for Republicans.
Anyway, so
listen, no, truth. Vote for your best interest.
Wait,
vote, but please don't.
Aside from that, though, aside from the voting piece, can I find out who's going to win? Because that's about as much. That's as important as this. Who's going to win?
I didn't pick a winner. I didn't go that far.
I didn't pick a winner because you know what? I have an asterisk on this tournament anyway.
Oh, Mount is right though. Mount Girl is right. Please complete your census, y'all.
That's true. Thank you.
If you are, I also want to say,
even if you're not an American and you live in the United States, fill out the census.
If you fill out your census, for sure. I think that time has already passed, but you know what? Maybe COVID gave an extension. If you are voting by mail, please check the rules of your state. There are lots of little tiny rules that will disqualify your vote. If you don't put the envelope inside the second envelope and actually seal it, your vote's in the trash. So just make sure you know the rules of your state if you are doing mail-in voting. It's safe, it is secure, but every state has different rules as to how your ballot must be sent in. So please know that rule, check it, do it correctly. And just vote, guys. Just vote.
No, the census has been extended to the end of October. A judge just made that. So
I did fill out my census.
So I did.
It's super quick. It is super quick. I filled it out on my phone. It took less than 5 minutes.
You know what? It's so funny. The census is far less complicated than I remembered it to be. It was like
I know, but I think 1 year. The reason why I think it's because the last time it happened, I kept thinking in my head. I keep thinking this is a yearly thing. No, it happens every 10 years. The last time it happened, the person came to my house as well. They wanted a full breakdown. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they sometimes. Well, actually,
they randomly select people.
I think they randomly do that. You're right. They still randomly do that.
So the woman was adamant. She tried to listen to me. She came to me on a Friday night. I was like, "But if I had company?" She just
I am an avid historian. I'm an avid historian of my family tree. I've researched it a lot, and it is the neatest thing in the world to look at censuses pre-1920s, because the only way they took censuses back then, census takers, they knocked door to door. They went everywhere, and the homeowner or whoever, they filled it out, and it's in their own handwriting. It is super neat, but the detail was so much more than it is now. I mean, now they basically ask you how many people are in your home. What is
that's what's the regular census when they do an audit for you.
Yeah, but it used to always look like that audit. That used to be the only way that it was performed.
Okay,
you had census takers that went door to door everywhere that they could, and then if you've ever researched that, you can see that in your ancestors' own handwriting, and it tells you this is who's in the house, this is how many children there are, this is what their jobs are, This is where they were born. This is where their parents were born. If they weren't born here, this is what year they came to the States. I mean, it's really, really neat. So,
Yeah.
I encourage you to look at that. But today's census is super, super quick. It's not evasive or invasive, and do it. It's important.
Pablo, who knows all of these things, he said, this time around they have a reduced format because they're sampling much more this time, and it determines electoral college. It determines much money comes to your state. It determines
right.
everything. It determines a whole bunch of things. Seats, congressional seats. It doesn't determine Senate seats, unfortunately, but it determines a whole bunch of other stuff, money and education.
Yes,
and,
Dima says you can fill out the census online. Yes, you can. That's how I did it. So, fill out your census, get registered to vote. If you are not, I can't speak for the rest of the country, but I do know that the end date for Ohio is October 5th. Get registered to vote. You can vote early starting October 6th. You can vote early in Ohio starting October 6th. So do the damn thing. Let your voice be heard.
I'm going to vote in person, but vote early. So
same. All right. So that's our draw show.
Yes. And Andreen, as to picking a winner, since there's so much asterisk here, Dima says COVID might be the winner. That is a sneaky feeling I have in my mind that this tournament might be canceled midway through.
It's not. That's not happening.
Okay, because
it's not.
I mean, if these players were in a real bubble, I can imagine this play continued, though Paris is probably falling because of COVID cases going up in Paris. But I am not sure. But Andreen is right. Like, we didn't get any prognosis as to what happens after the US Open to say whether this was a good idea or not, this experiment that they were trying to do. But something tells me it's not an experiment. It's just about making as much money as possible. So,
well,
capitalism is messy.
I felt like it should have been like a Harry Potter. May the odds be in your favor.
No, that's not Harry Potter.
That's not Harry Potter.
That
is the Hunger Games. The odds ever in your favor. But that's okay, Andrea. It's okay. Boo boo.
But you're right. You're right. It does have that vibe. This is dystopia. This whole tournament is dystopian feeling. It does have.
So if I have to pick a winner, I did not fill out my women's draw all the way, but if I have to pick a winner, listen, heart over head, I'm going with Serena. Head over heart, I really feel like Garbine Muguruza is going to take this. For the men, I don't know who's going to win. I'm going to say that Rafa will not win. That's my prediction. What do you got?
Okay. Since I think I dream of winning the lotto on the men's side, I'm going to say Sasha Zverev comes good. I know. But.
Wow, Andreen is like, okay.
I am saying this because this is the French Open in September, in October, actually, basically, and not French Open in May, June. So anything can happen on the men's side. I expect a shit show on the men's side as opposed to the women's side. On the women's side, I'm going to say something.
The chat does not agree with you, real. Just saying.
Chat is out here keeping for Tiafo, so
better Tiafo than Sasha in this moment, though. I mean,
Sasha would win a round, though.
Hey.
I'm just kidding.
Jasmine, you came for my slander. That's how you showed up for
Jasmine showed up for that. What the fuck? Where you been, girl?
Tony is like reels. Oh my god, everyone thinks I'm crazy. Well, I was drinking rum, so maybe that's why.
Okay.
Kerber. Kerber.
And Janina again send a text message to O and find out if O is okay, because I think O is under
I'm
duress.
gonna FaceTime him in a minute here.
Jasmine, is somebody in O's house? I think O has company.
Okay, maybe I'm gonna go with the sympathetic gods are gonna give Vika.
I say Serena. This is Serena's best chance to get number 24.
No,
really? Oh no! But you run with that, reels.
It's the Australian Open. She's gonna do it at the Australian Open. Leave her alone. We're gonna do Vika. I'm just gonna go all out and say Vika wins it, and then Stan. Vika and Stan.
Damn, I like that picture.
I like that picture, but Serena instead of Vika.
Vika and Stan. Vika and Stan. Let's do a throwback. Oh,
Pablo says, is Kerber still doping? Oops. Silent band busted.
You are a mess, Pablo.
I want that.
I love Pablo.
I mean,
Pablo,
seriously,
why don't you come on the podcast? Why don't you just come on?
because we
I
don't
don't
want to be
understand this.
sued. Maybe that's why, Aunt Janina. We don't want to be sued.
Listen, I wish nothing but you know what? Let me say, I think it's best when we don't attend to all the crazy drama. And it's been nice. I feel like Serena's been sort of under the radar. So I feel like it's good for her.
I think everybody's kind of counting her out for this. So Andreen may be right.
Let her
But I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to speak that into power because I want it to actually happen. All right, kids.
You know what? They're secret Venus. They're not secret. They're no Venus. These newfound Venus stands just came out of the woodwork, and they're all praying for Venus to win one more slam. So maybe this is it.
It's Wimbledon next year.
Venus.
We gonna go to Wimbledon to
Alright,
watch Venus
so-
next year, y'all. Let's do it.
We're on the
On
near
that
2-hour
note-
mark with live episodes. I think this is cute and sexy. We should wrap it up.
Okay.
So fans, thank you for showing up. And
Thanks for showing up and
on
keeping
a Saturday night.
Saturday nights.
I
Saturday
mean,
Yeah. If you missed us live, you can catch the replay on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Podcasts, Google
YouTube.
Podcasts, or YouTube. Wherever you find your podcasts, you will find us.
Or you could DM me and I tell you exactly what happened.
That's
Listen,
right.
we are looking forward to talking to you all again. Let's hope it will be another riotous final.
Amen.
And no, please don't assault anyone on court, okay? And any of the players too. Just any of the players. Just don't assault anyone, okay? Please don't.
Ciao, guys.
But
Bye,
we
y'all.
said COVID Sam 2.0. So good night, everyone. See you at 5 a.m. Oh, look at Chad.
I ain't getting up at 5.
Will we have a
We have
Pablo
five-
says last question, will we have a final? You see, Pablo, you're getting the same vibe I'm getting. They might cancel it. So good night, y'all. Bye, Deb. Chat with you soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.